The Emperor's New Clothes. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived an emperor who loved clothes more than anything else. He had a different outfit for every hour of the day, and his closet was filled with the finest fabrics and the most dazzling colors. The emperor spent all his money on clothes, neglecting his duties as a ruler. He didn't care much for his soldiers, didn't pay attention to the theater, or even go for a ride in his carriage unless it was to show off his new clothes. One day, two clever swindlers came to the kingdom. They heard about the emperor's love for clothes and decided to play a trick on him. They told everyone they were the best weavers in the world and could make the finest clothes anyone had ever seen. But these clothes were special. They were invisible to anyone who was foolish or unfit for their job. The emperor was very excited. I must have these clothes, he thought. They will help me know who is wise and who is foolish in my kingdom. So he gave the swindlers a lot of money to start working on his new clothes. The swindlers set up their looms and pretended to weave. They worked day and night, but the looms were empty, for there was nothing there. People from the palace came to see the progress. They couldn't see anything on the looms, but they didn't want to appear foolish or unfit for their jobs. So they praised the beautiful cloth and ran back to tell the emperor how splendid it was. The emperor sent his honest old minister to check on the progress. The minister looked at the empty looms. He couldn't see anything, but he didn't want to admit it. Oh no, am I foolish? Am I unfit for my job? He thought. So instead of telling the truth, he praised the cloth. It's magnificent, he told the emperor. The swindlers asked for more money, gold, and silk, which they hid in their bags while they pretended to work on the empty looms. Then, the emperor sent another trusted official who also saw nothing but didn't want to admit it. He too praised the fabric. Finally, the day came for the emperor to see his new clothes. The swindlers pretended to dress him in the invisible garments. The emperor looked at himself in the mirror and saw nothing, but he didn't want to admit it. How wonderful, he said. These clothes are magnificent. The emperor decided to show off his new clothes in a grand parade. Word spread throughout the kingdom, and everyone came to see the emperor in his magical clothes. The people had heard that only the wise could see the clothes, so they all pretended to admire them, not wanting to seem foolish. As the emperor paraded through the streets, a little child pointed at him and said, "But the emperor has no clothes on." The people gasped. They realized the child was right. They had all been pretending out of fear of being called foolish. The emperor too realized he had been tricked. He was very embarrassed, but he continued the parade, knowing he had to keep up appearances. From that day on, the emperor learned a valuable lesson. He stopped spending all his money on clothes and began to pay more attention to his kingdom and his people. He realized that it is more important to be wise and kind than to have the finest clothes. He also made sure to reward the brave little child who spoke the truth. The child and his family were given a special place in the kingdom, and the emperor made a proclamation. In our kingdom, we shall always value honesty above all else. The emperor began to spend his days caring for his people, listening to their needs, and ensuring everyone was treated fairly. He built schools, improved the roads, and ensured there was enough food for everyone. The kingdom prospered, and the people were happy. The emperor learned to appreciate the simple things in life and found joy in helping others rather than in his clothes. And so, the kingdom lived happily ever after, with an emperor who was known not for his fine clothes, but for his kindness and wisdom. Moral of the story. This story teaches us that honesty is very important. It shows how even a child can speak the truth and help everyone see what is real. It also reminds us that we should not be afraid to tell the truth, even if it seems like everyone else believes something different. The emperor learned that being a good leader is about caring for his people and being wise, not just looking good. We can understand that honesty and the courage to speak the truth are values to cherish, and that true leadership is about kindness and wisdom.